guys, it's your girl aka geekxxchic, and I'm back with the final reaction to Cloak and Dagger for the season. I know this has been a while, guys, but I did my best. We are here, and this season is over so far. So it has been a great season. I want to say that already. Like, no matter what the finale brings, this has been a really good season for the show. The darkest content I think we've ever seen for this show. I mean, it's only season 2, but I think, like, I thought season 1 was dark. This was even darker. Just the writing has been great. The acting, of course, top notch. Like, everything leveled up this season, and that is so refreshing to see because a lot of shows do not have this experience in season 2. So kudos to the writers and, of course, the actors who brought this story to life this season. And it's sad that it's going to be over, but I'm really hoping. I think as of right now, they have not been renewed for a 3rd season, but I'm really hoping that's the case because this show is really way too good to just stop here. I feel like there's still more story to be told with them. But anyway, this episode is called Level Up. Interesting reference considering the episode we had with Ty a few weeks back with 2-player. I like it. I like when they keep a theme going, but I don't know if that's really to refer to that so much as the fact that we ended the last episode with one of the light daggers going through Duchene. Thank you for that nickname. One of the people in my comments gave me the nickname of Duchene. Very true. He got a dagger through the chest, but he disappeared and so did all the women that he was using for whatever he does. And so I don't think he's gone. I don't think that the story for him is at all over because we saw him walking through that door that had been blocked beforehand. So unfortunately, I think he's finally ascended into what his lowest status or whatever the case is that Avita's aunt was talking about. So without further ado, let's get into this finale and then we will chat about this episode in the season after this. Good? Let go. Wait, that's the trumpet. Okay, what's going on? It was an ant. Oh, so this is one of the people. So all the people that he used are just disappearing. Y'all. This is some Thanos nonsense. Y'all, I can't even tell you how much I hate the trumpet now. Okay, it's the first time I've seen a dude in this situation.
But like any brain, it can be trained to make certain parts.
Dr. Hess?
What the hell was that? Oh God, please don't tell me the horn player got to her too.
So I'm sorry that your girl is now your ex, but she's probably the only one who can help us sort this crazy out.
Fine.
It's kind of true though. You just don't gotta flirt with her or nothing. Just gotta keep your eyes downcast. You know what I mean? Don't make no eye contact.
Everything the two of you are saying.
It's like, this is wood. This is just wood with actual holes in it.
What's that?
Damn, we got power tools?
Is this really necessary?
Okay.
Tyrone? Yeah.
Avita.
I need you to
Didn't realize you into that kind of kink, girl.
The timer is this one candle. So as long as it stays lit and I concentrate, you can come back. And if it goes out,
Well, you're screwed. Peace.
you may be stuck in a world of despair for good.
She's like, I've done enough already. I'm married to some weird Lord of the Dead. The most I'm gonna do is keep this candle open. Get out my face. All I keep thinking is that they totally could have been like, so, Avita, I know this is awkward, but could you ask your new Lord of Death husband if he could maybe give us a hand? I know it's really new, but no?
Hello?
Okay.
They need a hero to save them.
Hi, Anita. Sorry.
And what if
Just take a breath. Think of where you need to be.
you really believe in that?
I don't need to.
I've done it.
I believe in Tandy Bond.
Oh. Look at them. They're so cute. Thank you. I was like, put your hand around it, girl. Yo, who's there? No.
I take it the kids aren't home.
We did a costume change. Ooh, look at the cloak. It's so pretty. The soundtrack in this show is amazing, FYI.
This place used to be filled to the gills with records. That's how he collected everybody's pain.
Where do you think they went?
Probably wherever that hellish trumpet. Seriously, I hate the trumpet now. I seriously hate it. Please don't try to talk to your mom. Please deal with the problem at hand this time. Please. No, Tandy.
But ain't no geek off the street can just jump in and jam with me anymore.
Oh, gross. No one wants to, you idiot. Uh-oh, what happened? Seriously? That was lame.
Maybe Daddy can help.
Oh God, this man in trauma. I'm so over it. I need him to die slowly.
Were you expecting someone else?
No, wait, this is my house and you're, I don't know.
And I never got a chance to explain.
Okay. So explain.
Mom already told you.
We don't have time for this, you guys. This is what he wants you to do, is waste time. Do you not remember there's a candle that Evita is desperately trying to keep lit? Oh, Ty, stop beating yourself up, literally and figuratively. So, Dad, you've got a weed lab now? I'm so confused. Candy, come on. I know this trauma is fresh, girl, but I need you to collect it. I need you to get it together. Yeah. Meanwhile, these two are trying to just, oh my God. Come on, you guys. I need you to get it together. God, we're only halfway through the episode. I'm stressed.
If anyone can kick my ass, it's you.
Very smart. Exactly. It makes sense, right? They're each other's strength. Love this!
Okay, I can move through space.
Tyrone can move through space.
Exactly.
All you can do is play the watered down insert a matinee playbill version of him.
Oh! T serve.
And I see that you need someone to tell you that she came out the other side of heroes.
Yeah.
He tried to be perfect.
I love that they're just propping each other up, y'all.
That's all you are.
I'm Misty.
My best friend was strong enough to hold himself up in a world hell-bent on knocking me down again and again.
I love this song. Don't you run away from me, boy.
Leave me alone. She came out
No.
with fire.
You started this. You started, and now you trying to run away.
He rolls with everything the world throws at him.
If these two are not married by next season, I don't even.
You can run all you want, Mr. Johnson. But there's no escaping yourself.
Oh God!
Now it's
Shut
time to turn
up!
back to your own fear. Couldn't save your brother. You couldn't save your family.
Come on, y'all. Use the words y'all just used to hype each other up. Listen to this, man.
You can't hurt me with that.
It's fine.
How about this?
Oh! Mine's bigger than yours.
Day after day, trying to be the perfect
That's so cool.
Now all I can do is level up.
Level up, level up,
Be better.
level up, level up, level up.
But I will always be a part of you.
Yeah, you're my DNA.
You're right.
And?
But I get to decide how big a part.
Exactly. Oh God, the messages are so good, y'all. This tea is delicious. That's right. Andre, think you can underestimate them, bitch. Pardon my French. That's right. We don't like your song, bitch. Thank you. That's right. Wake him
I
up.
wasn't aiming for you. A wise man once told me they're made of hope.
So rude. Does that hurt? Does that hurt? I only wish it affected your balls. Does he look scared of you? Oh my God, my poor girl Evita, you don't deserve this, girl. If they don't buy you a whole house, take care of every one of your needs for the rest of your life. That is a wicked shot. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Yes, hold him, hold him, hold him. Now twist. Twist that shit. You should aim lower though.
Let's see what kind of despair you have under there.
Besides the fact that you're a mediocre loser. Oh damn. Oh God, Tandy, what you do? Hashtag what you do. Whew. Y'all got me sweaty.
I might need a favor to ask a cop.
Can you possibly make sure Tyrone's mom never gets pinned for the murder of somebody? Thanks. Thank you, Evita. Thank you, Evita. Tyrone, you can at least say thank you. Whatever. You got way better than you deserved. Why is she writing his Loa on here? I mean, it's Vive. Oh. I was right. Just making sure Tyrone's mom doesn't get caught. I mean, since he was in the habit of framing people, it's only right. Although he's shot, so. Did you see the black dude's face? He was like grim, but. That's right. It's a Tyrone effect right there. Please take that boy to school. He need to learn how to read, though. Confused. Where's she going? That's it? Y'all can't end like that. Oh, we got an after scene.
Bridget said a bunch of girls were found dead on the beach outside the city.
Never been there before.
Take on me.
What's that?
I love this song.
Waffles and pancakes.
Exactly. Are we gonna waffle it? Oh my god, they're so cute. I can't help it. They're so shippable. Cute. Where are they headed? That's the question. Such a cute ending. I kind of like that we got a calm, ending to the season, because this season was really triggering. So it's kind of nice to get a little bit of a on the exit note for this for the season. Oh, they have a loving memory of Stanley. I completely agree. Wow, guys. Well, I think that was it was good. It was a good ending. I really wasn't sure how they were going to wrap up the whole thing with Andre, because as I said many times in the past episodes, that if he got to this Loa status, his power would seem fairly terrifying, and I wasn't sure how they were going to be able to shut that down. But as they brought out very clearly in the episode, Tandy's weapon is hope. Like, it literally is based on a source of hope, and the opposite of hope is despair. So it would have to be something, the light of Tandy, that would be the thing to break the hold that Andre had on everyone, but also to, I guess, weaken his power. I do still have questions as to where Andre is and what's going on, though, because as we saw at the beginning of the episode, his body was still there, but he was out, and whatever his lowest status allowed him to still be able to put his music out to, I'm assuming it was probably only within New Orleans, but I'm sure if he'd been given more time and energy from the people, his victims, it probably would have kept growing. But I do wonder where he is. Is he just now in the dark? And I'm sorry, I know what somebody in my comments mentioned that there's a difference between the dark dimension and the dark force dimension. I don't know what that is yet. I'll have to do some research. My guess, I know that is where Tyrone's thing is the dark force dimension. I'm pretty sure I heard that that was the case, that what Tyrone has, or what he goes through, is the dark force dimension. And that's the thing that Nico's staff in Runaways is attached to. But the dark dimension is something else. And I'm wondering if Andre is still in whatever that place was that he was collecting all that pain and doing all those things. And if he's going to be safe there. Is he going to be somewhere where he can't hurt people? Because if he's not dead, which I don't think he can be killed now. It sounds like because he did figure out how to unlock his Loa hood, I don't think he can be taken out the way that a human could now. But yeah, it does make me think we haven't seen the end of Despair. I'm sure Despair will come back at some point, but at least for this season, for now, there's been a pin stuck in that storyline. What a great villain. I despised him. And I also, I saw where his story came from. I understand what led him to do what he did. It didn't excuse it. I feel like there's been some villains that had much more empathy-inducing stories. Like I mentioned in the last episode, I think the review for the last episode about Kilgrave from Jessica Jones. Kilgrave was like evil, had to die, you know, no doubt about it. But there was an episode in particular where we actually got to see Kilgrave's origin story. And when you find out the atrocities he went through as a kid, and they also gave him these moments of humanity that just made it like, even though you knew you shouldn't, and even though you didn't want to, you found yourself finding a little bit of empathy for him. I mean, he quickly ripped it away by doing something completely awful in the next episode. But I found myself struggling. Do you know what I mean? Like there was moments watching that and I was like, oh my God, like I actually kind of feel bad for Kilgrave. Like I really do see why in his lens, he feels justified in doing what he's doing. I didn't quite feel that as much with Duchene, and I think that's because of the nature of what he was doing and also like the reason that they gave us. And again, I'm not saying the writers had to go into crazy detail about it. Again, if he continues to be a villain like in upcoming seasons, which I'm putting that in the universe because I really do hope that they get more seasons, then they might want to get a little bit more layered with it. Because as I mentioned in the last episode, I don't care about the fact that homie didn't get to play his trumpet or get to be in the musician he wanted. Like that gives him the justification to literally emotionally abuse and then physically abuse these women through like prostituting them. Like that, that is such a low and debased thing to do that I can't, like there was nothing in what we were shown about Duchene's past that would justify inflicting that level of disgusting pain and hatred on people. I could understand if it was one or two people, if he did like one person at a time and drained them dry, that would be one thing. But just the fact that he created a support group to rein these girls, like it was just awful. He's just an awful person. And again, with the justification of, oh, I didn't get to become a musician. Okay. Like it just felt very surface from what we were given. Again, there could be more. Ideally, there would be, I hate saying the word ideal because there's nothing ideal about Duchene, but you know what I'm saying? Like if you want a real story, I feel like it should go deeper than that. Like maybe he's always had issues in his life of feeling, I don't know, not enough or mediocre or something. Like I need more than just this one thing that he loved being taken away from him. That wasn't even as serious as like a person. And I'm not saying that someone's passion can't be world changing if it's somehow ripped away from you or you feel like it's ripped away from you, but it's just not the same as like a connection to a human or something that actually is fundamentally part of like what created you as a person, like childhood trauma. Which brings me into the amazingness of watching Tyrone and Tandy break through the emotional baggage that they've been carrying since the beginning of this series. That was so brilliantly done. Of course, brilliantly acted. I like that I think the show has always done a fantastic job of representing a lot of these inner struggles that are going on. And the fact that they do that, we know this show does not have a massive budget. And so they can't really go nuts with like the special effects and locations and things like that. So the fact that they get so creative with using these internal struggles and representing them in such creative ways, it helps to, you know, like I don't ever feel like, oh man, I really wish they had another set, or oh man, this is so boring. Like they draw you with such a good story and such a good character study of both of these guys that you don't feel the fact that this is a lower budget show. And again, they use this very compelling inner battle that both of them were going through to really keep us engaged as an audience and just root for them. You know, like I was rooting for them to finally beat these demons down. It's so relatable for all of us. We all have them. We all have that person inside of us that's represented either by a mirror image of ourselves or something in our past that we fight. All of us have got that. Like even if you've had a fairly good life, almost all of us have got some level of insecurities or doubts or again, some form of traumas that may have happened to us. And I love that the show just kind of had these representations that were very relatable. And then I loved the moment where they both took on each other's weaknesses. Like, I thought it was just a beautiful moment because in the end, as Andre brought out, you can't run from yourself. Like, you can't have someone else fight your inner battles, which is a huge, super important message that this show brought out there that I'm just going to touch on for a second, which is very true. People make the very, very bad mistake of thinking that if they get someone into their life, if they're dealing with all kinds of emotional issues and mental issues, they sometimes think that by getting someone in their life, whether that's a partner or having a child or friends, that that's somehow going to deal with these issues. It's not. The only person who can deal with your issues and who can face your inner demons is you. And you're the only person who can choose how you're going to deal with those things going forward so that you can do better and level up, as Tandy said. So I think that was a great message they put out there, that while Tyrone and Tandy are each other's strengths and they definitely make each other stronger and better, they still have to deal with their own stuff on their own, and they can't fight it for each other. But I think it was still very helpful for them both to hear. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of times we don't see the greatness that's within ourselves. It's a hard thing to do because we have everyone's got their own baggage, but it's nice to hear someone who actually knows, like Tyrone and Tandy know each other better than anybody else does, even their parents. Having the both of them hear from each other what they really thought about each other. Unfiltered, like this isn't just some padded words, like it's truthfully how they felt. Like Tandy just saying, Tyrone has gotten up after all these different adversities. The fact that he has been an upstanding young man, that he's strong, that he's kind, despite everything. Conversely, Tyrone being like, Tandy, she's strong, she's smart, she's innovative, she's a great support, she's a great friend. Like they just heard all these things that they both needed to hear to kind of bolster up and give them some confidence. And then in the end, when Duchene separated them again and said, no, you have to deal with your own stuff, that gave them the realization that, yeah, actually it's true. Like Tandy, for her, she's been trying to run from her past, right? It was the drugs, it was the crime, it was the scamming, all of these things she did in the past to kind of run away from the pain she was dealing with and the amount of memories that she'd even blocked out about her father and the crazy home life she had. But in the end, she had to face up to it. She had to look her father in the eye and be like, you know what, you were always going to be a part of me. Like, you're in my DNA. I'm still 50% you, and you are still always going to somewhat have an effect on the way that I think and feel, but I can choose how much of that I give into. And that's true of everyone. Again, so much tea spilled in this episode, so much amazing advice and just general things for everyone out there to live by that was done in this episode in such a brilliant way. And I love that moment when she turned her dagger into a sword. That was great. I love it. And then she basically was like, nah, I'm done. I'm going to be in control of what goes on going forward. That was brilliant. And then conversely, of course, Ty finally recognizing that he's fine. The man that he is becoming is perfectly fine. This person he was trying to be, because he was trying to make up for Billy's death, because he felt the guilt about the fact that he couldn't do anything to save Billy, because he felt like his parents' pain was somehow his fault because he survived. All of that was not on him. And the fact that he recognized that while, of course, Billy's death and how it came about was always going to affect him, he doesn't have to live in that darkness, and he doesn't have to hate on himself. That was something he really needed to do because he's been struggling with it for so long, and that's where that darkness has been brewing in him for so long. But now he's in control of that darkness. Like he said, like, it's gonna be there, but I'm fine just the way I am, and the people who love me, even with my darkness, even with my dark sides, even with my edges. I don't have to pretend to be something that I'm not anymore. I'm done. I thought that was just both brilliant, brilliantly shown overall. Oh my God, that final shot with Tandy coming through the dark dimension with this, oh my God, that was beautiful. Oh, someone needs to make one of those figurines with like that exact shot. That looks so good. Screw you, Duchene. Even though I don't think we're done with you entirely, I'm so glad that you got defeated. I love seeing the women stand up in the back too and hold him back like, this son of a... Yeah, it was a great ending. I like that it looks like Tyrone's mom is off the hook for killing Connors. As I said in the episode where it happened, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. I'm sad that she did it in the sense of having that on her. I do think going down the line, it is going to affect her because it's not natural to kill someone no matter what. Even Connors admitted that it bothered him to kill Billy. You know, it was not enough to do the right thing, but it did bother him. It did change you, and I am worried about the effect it will have on his mom going forward. But I also understand that she, in her mind, you know, she just could not see how Connors was ever going to get justice. But overall, I've said it a bit in the beginning of this video. This was a great season. This show is so good. It's written so well. It's such a good show. It's such a different vibe and flavor than some of the other Marvel shows out there. I love that it has its own thing, but it still has the thing that makes Marvel great, which is strong characters and good stories. It's fantastic. I enjoyed watching this season so much, and I really, really hope that they get a season 3. And like I mentioned a few episodes ago, I wouldn't be against maybe seeing a crossover come up between them and Runaways just to see what would happen. You know, just to see. I mean, now that the two of them are on a bus to somewhere, maybe they're headed to California? Overall, guys, thanks so much for watching this season with me. This was great. I enjoyed it a lot. How do you feel like the season went? How do you feel about how Duchene was taken care of? And do you think we've seen the last of him? Please leave your comments below. Let me know what your feelings are over the season and how you liked everything. I love reading that stuff and getting involved in the conversation with you. So thanks so much for watching this season, guys. Hopefully we'll see you again for season 3. Until next time, see ya.